Now, a new patch is around the corner that I think is really interesting because it's tackling a lot of things that a lot of players felt like the game needed to address, and that's 10.6. But before we dive into that, what aspects of the game do you think we need to be looking at to fix, or Riot needs to be fixing, whether it's matchmaking, experience in the jungle, better chat experience, whatever it is?
What do you think for SOLOQ and
for SOLOQ? Because I personally think a voice option is very useful.
Oh man,
a voice option would be nice. It's long been needed. I mean,
that's dangerous though.
Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, you could always leave voice chat. Like having the option there at least would be nice. It has been 10 years, you know.
Right.
A little bit overdue.
Yeah, maybe they'll do voice chat eventually. But as far as like the game goes, I think it feels pretty good. I think part of the only things that I think individual dragons are still a little bit whatever. Like they don't feel as rewarding as maybe they should be. And yeah, I think top lane is like obviously still like an island sort of situation, but I think with the teleport changes they're making, it's a step in the right direction for what they needed to do. With
the individual dragons, do you not like the fact that teams can say, oh, we don't want to fight this third one or even this fourth one, and we can just win otherwise? Would you rather have every dragon have to be contested?
I just feel like there's more of a middle ground. I think earlier in the season where the drags were stronger was better than what it is now.
Last season?
No. Like the beginning of this season where they added the soul changes.
Yeah, before they nerfed it. Okay.
Yeah, and then they nerfed all the dragons, and then it became a situation where you could basically give up 3. And then it didn't even... And as long as they didn't get the soul, it was okay. And even in some situations, like Cloud Soul's a little bit, it doesn't matter so much. So it feels like you can avoid fighting, and you can lose early game as well without actually like...
Yeah, they definitely need to balance out the souls too. Like, I don't even think it's that Cloud Soul is weak. It's just that the other ones are so much stronger. Like, specifically Ocean is just insanely overtuned. I don't know how that got overlooked, but I feel like you should have to contest every 4th dragon. Like,
would it be cooler if you had, say, a mini soul that stacks up with, say, the 2nd dragon and then the 3rd, so that each one has a bonus that you have to acknowledge?
It would be cool if the first 2 dragons had like a buff, I guess, or like if you got maybe if yeah, I mean maybe it's something like the first 2 dragons are just stronger, but then after that it's like more equalized. That'd be a little bit nicer, but I'm not sure. I don't think they have much interest. I think they like the way it is. So I don't see them changing it too much, but it does seem like with how slow, I don't know, my games feel like I feel like they want the game to be faster, so maybe they'll make them a little bit stronger.
Yeah, it feels like the early dragons are sort of just like a luxury right now. If you're ahead, like you just happen to take them because they die pretty easily. But it's like if you're behind or like you don't, you're not as strong early game, it doesn't feel like something worth fighting for, because it's like, okay, I'd rather just start fighting when they have like 3 dragons and we can start contesting like when they're at soul point or whatever you want to call it.
Right, you have a lot of wiggle room before
exactly.
you start going in there.
Yeah.
Is there any other aspect though besides the dragons that you want to look at in the game that is too much? You want more friends on your list, right? It's 300. It's been 10 years, like you say. Like we know more people now.
That's true. Yeah, maxed
really
out on all my
still?
accounts. Yeah, it's only 300. Yeah. I'm at the point now where I gotta like remove somebody, right? And when I remove someone, it's like, oh, I know that guy, So
I also know why the client is like that. So it turns out Riot doesn't actually make the entire client themselves. It's multiple different vendors get hired to make different parts, and that's how most clients that's how most games are actually made. So this is not Riot being unique. It's that, for example,
but they're like the only one with this kind of issue though.
If anything, Riot should be unique.
Maybe I don't know how many other games, but like they have somebody that does chat, and somebody does the store, somebody does the graphics, somebody does matchmaking, and so all of these have to come together. And that's what makes it so janky to be able to change it, because you actually don't have complete
gotta dive into that spaghetti code and get everybody's.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I think it is a testament to how good League is that they can have such a huge failing in terms of clients, and we still don't even love this game.
We still don't have a LoL esports app or or the website being very useful. So yeah, kudos to the game devs, because they're hard to carry.
Yeah, they're keeping it together for real.